Oh, man, we might have hit the mother lode here. What would you sell that for?
175.
Oh, smoke.
$300.
Ow! Oh, no!
Oh, the scores!
Yes! Yes!
Goaltending has been an issue in Toronto for a long time.
Take a look around.
Wow, look at that. You got everything from new to old.
But it's out of control.
Hey, Sheldon, I found Sasquatch.
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, there's the pimpy saddle. Oh, that's a beaut. What are you looking to get out of this?
13,000.
Oh. I'm Scott Cozens,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers. We travel all over Canada, coast to coast, from the West Rocky Mountains to the Eastern Shores and all the back roads in between, looking for hidden gems in people's basements, attics, and barns. Sometimes we take a gamble, trust in our gut to make a buck.
Just like the people we meet, every story is different.
It's not junk to us.
I love British Columbia. Did you realize this is Sasquatch country?
I wouldn't mind a Sasquatch rug for the cabin.
Scott.
So where are we going today?
So we're coming through the pass on the Crow's Nest. We'll come through Crown Brook, Moye, past Yak. We'll do a little talking it up in Yak, down into the southeast corner of British Columbia. And the good news is we're going to cover this whole area. We may just see a Sasquatch.
If you drink enough gin, maybe. I'm driving, let's go.
You don't believe in the Bigfoot, do you?
Yeah, no.
At any given time in this part of the world, you could see a Sasquatch.
Yeah?
Actually, going back hundreds of years, First Nations people in this area talked about a large creature with big feet.
Yeah? Well, if I see one, it's bam! I'm gonna strap him to the hood of the truck.
Scott.
We're going to see Roger today. Apparently started working in dumps, digging up old ghost town relics, that kinds of thing. He's been a digger for years and years and years. This could be our guy right here.
Usually when we pull up to a guy's place we're gonna pick, you're gonna see stuff in the yard. Pull up to Rogers and it's clean as a pin.
How are you guys doing?
We're great, I'm Sheldon.
Hi,
I'm
Sheldon.
Scott. But the good news is I can see a big garage and another little shed beside it. Well, I see some stuff in there. Can we get in?
Yeah, come
Let's
on
go.
in.
Tie everything down because Scott's in a buy-in mood.
Right on.
Oh yeah, you got some bottles.
You definitely got some bottles.
I'll always be a collector. When I was about 12 years old, we used to take all the back roads where people used to dump their garbage.
There's a lot of stuff in these boxes.
Some of these dumps were from the 1920s and upwards, so we found some pretty nice stuff.
Hey.
Interesting stuff.
It got really bad. I filled up a building.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, I know.
No.
It can be repaired, though.
Well, only if you got the other piece. That was a bottle, $600 to $1,000. But this one's worth about 20 bucks in that condition.
20 bucks, really?
You know what the sad part is? You know what that is? That's a guy in a dump with a shovel going like that.
Ouch.
That was a lot of work digging those up.
I just want to take a look at this. It looks to me like it's for Gerd's ginger beers, but not. It's for Gerd's ginger ale. I've never seen that Gerd's ginger ale box before. What would you sell that for?
175.
Whoa!
I threw some big numbers out just to find out where these guys were at, too, right?
I was thinking you were going to say 50 bucks.
He probably would make an incredible poker player because I don't know if he's bluffing us.
110.
Holy smoke.
But you can still make money, can't you?
I don't think so. Final offer, 75 bucks.
I'm just trying to figure out what I have into it.
You don't have 75 bucks into that box. There's no way.
He read your mind.
I see something.
The hockey
I want
guys.
the hockey guys. Or
Oh, you got the raft. Look at that.
I think I got the hockey game somewhere, too.
oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Assuming the game's good, what would you want for the players and the game?
100 bucks.
Oh, God, you're killing me. He's just pulling prices out of thin air.
That's a
That's
penalty.
a penalty.
Yeah, but we found the ref.
That's a game misconduct.
Make a reasonable offer on it.
I'm talking $20.
When you see the game, then you'll want it.
Where is the game?
It's in another shed next door.
Let's go see the hockey game.
Sure.
By the way, what do you want for your polar?
45.
What do you want for your polar?
40 bucks.
Oh, I can't do that. You know, I'll overpay you. I'll give you 20.
How's 30 sound?
Okay, 30 bucks.
30 bucks.
Shed number 2. Oh, wow.
Here's that hockey game you guys were
Oh,
talking about.
yeah. Take that out so we can take a look at it. Here, Sheldon, why don't you take this one out? I could have that in the car for Sasquatch.
You ever seen the Sasquatch?
Never, not myself, no.
But he's out there, isn't he?
I'm a sort of a believer.
Yeah, I'm a believer too.
You're a believer?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
I thought he was delusional. When he started talking about Sasquatch, I knew he was delusional.
Hey, Scott, what about the theater seats?
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's something I'm interested in.
Man.
I think they must be about late 30s.
Those are good.
Yeah, the upholstery's good on them.
I'm surprised there's no gum on the bottom of the seats. Where'd they come from?
They actually came out of the Tivoli Theater in Creston.
Yeah, we just drove by.
Yeah,
What do you want for them?
probably 300 bucks.
Whoa.
300 bucks.
Ow!
Way too much. I think the most we'd ever go is 150 on them, Roger.
Can't do 175?
I think the most we'd ever go on him is 150.
You didn't add the Roger.
Roger.
What do you think, 150? And you'll get us back on something else. Good man.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, you've been digging.
Fleming's fistula and polyval remedy.
I'm out.
I'm trying to put together a pile of stuff, nickel and dime stuff that we can make $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 off of. Dr. Hess chick tablets, a bowel astringent given for drinking water for diarrhea. Beautiful.
I'm out.
Quite a few of the boxes I actually didn't know what was in them. So I'm thinking, oh geez, you know, maybe I shouldn't have had that in that box, you know.
Okay, so this little pile of stuff.
175.
You're about $100 higher than me.
125.
100, final offer.
Yeah, you drive a hard bargain. Negotiating with those guys is, it's a lot of fun.
Let's see if we can find a place to play this thing.
You got a puck?
Oh, good shot. What are you doing? You think you're Bobby Orr or something?
I can't get him off the boards. Oh, no.
Oh! Oh!
Yes!
It's gone!
Yes! Montreal wins again! Yes!
Goaltending has been an issue in Toronto for a long time.
When you're at 100 and I'm at 20, I think you went a little too much for us on that.
I've got a bit of a collection of my own.
Do you?
If you'd like to have a look at it.
Lead the way. We're always trying to get in the house if we can. That's where the good items are. Wow. Oh, wow, you got a few tins here.
You got every calendar ever from the Creston Valley.
I've lived in Creston all my life, and this stuff from Creston's not that easy to find.
Didn't we just have a beer there yesterday?
Yeah, that was the Monroe Hotel in Creston, yeah. The Creston stuff would be the last thing that I would ever sell. It's very close to me.
I like the local connection there.
Yeah, the Kelowna Pride. She's a beauty. They grew tobacco in Kelowna.
But they weren't in operation very long, as I recall.
No.
You get a couple condom tins here. And you'd get 1 dozen for $150.
Small price to pay.
Ramses and Chic or Sphinx in this one. What would you sell the 3 of them for?
45 for those?
45 for the 3 is a fair deal. You used to get $100 for one of those tins. We should be able to triple up on those tins.
Look at how much enjoyment this guy's getting out.
Why so happy? Just finished using a Ramses. Your Mountie tin, what would you need out of that?
Oh, geez. I'd probably have to get 125 out of it. Yeah, if I was gonna sell it.
If I put together a little bit of a pile, would you maybe give me a bit of a deal?
Geez, I don't know. Yeah, it's my heart. It's my heart of my collection.
Oh, come on, come on. Now the big force and stream, that's your tobacco tin that seconded as a humidor. He had a beautiful forced and stream tin. It's quite a big old tobacco tin from the 20s or 30s.
That's in great shape.
For a tin that's almost 100 years old, that's not too bad, right?
Yeah.
The retail on it's $300 to $400 to $500 on a good day. I spotted a little Empress peanut butter tin, and missing the top.
I don't know how common they are now.
They were never common, ever.
Yeah, ever.
You see one peanut butter for every 100 or 50 of the jam tins. Now this one, bit rough condition, particularly on one side. And then he's got another little fly fishing pocket tin. Pocket tins are the rarest of all the tins. All the most expensive tins are pocket tins. Here's what I'm thinking of packaging. Looking at that guy, that guy, that guy, and that guy. What are you thinking?
If I was going to let him go, I'd probably want 600.
You're steep, eh? See, I'll tell you what I was thinking. You're not gonna like this, but I was thinking 5, and I was thinking that was a real fair offer.
I was prepared to drop to 500, but I'm a negotiator. I think my bottom, if I was going to let him go, would be 580.
Wow, that was not a big drop.
I know I'm being tough on you, but
You're killing me. I knew when he came back at 580, he was doing one of two things. He was really firm, or he was bluffing. But the problem is, I can't tell. I can't call his bluff yet and walk on it. I don't want to walk without those tins. How about if I did this? I'm thinking if you gave me one of the 2 Empress tins, because you got 2, you can pick which one, because I don't really care. They're both in about equal condition.
Why don't you mace him?
no, he's a nutmeg.
How about if we do the deal at your 580 there?
On one condition, you take the hockey game for 20 bucks.
We're at 600.
You drive a hard bargain, man. At least I've got good memories in that hockey game.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was great. That Force and Stream tin's a really nice tin. I've had that before. I love that little Gurge box. I've never seen that Gurge ginger ale box before. I thought, you know what? I'll take a flyer on that. Man,
Those are heavy, eh?
whenever we stop anywhere, we'll pull this out and have a place to sit. Roger, that was a great day.
Thanks, Roger.
Have a safe trip. I had a really good time.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, I got some cool things.
All this dense, lush growth, perfect Sasquatch country.
You can't be serious.
Yeah. You know, my favorite explorer, David Thompson, passed through this area in 1811 and wrote about seeing Sasquatch.
That's pretty interesting, because I never realized until now that David Thompson was delusional.
I like Creston. It's a great fruit growing region around Creston.
I'm really looking forward to going to Marg. She's got a ton of toys, apparently.
That's what I hear.
She's got to have a few gems. She wants to downsize. She's got too much stuff. She wants to get rid of some stuff.
I love it, a motivated seller.
I think this is it right here.
Get the bell here, Scott.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hey,
I'm Sheldon.
I'm Margaret.
I'm Scott. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Come to look at my toys?
Let's go.
Okie dokie.
She says she's got 51 years of collecting. I'm guessing we're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Take a look around.
Wow. Wow. This is a cornucopia.
I'm looking at Scott, who's enjoying it so much.
There's old toys, there's cars, there's trucks, there's advertising.
It's quantity. Now we got to find some quality at the right price. Oh, beautiful.
And you got everything from new to old.
That pick them up at grad sales and flea markets.
Boy, you had some fun doing this, didn't you?
Yeah. But it's out of control a little bit. We want to downsize it. Can't take it all with us, so I'd like to sell it all.
Wow. See, these things literally sold by guys for a penny. And penny toys were an area of collectibles that 20 years ago you'd get $200, $300, $400, $500 for a little toy this big that was literally bought for a penny at the turn of the century. But the market's way down on those toys. So what would you want out of the little penny toy?
I'm not sure. What would you suggest?
I know, sort of like 30 bucks.
Oh, okay.
Thanks. I keep seeing things I like. Wow.
Yeah.
What do you have on Roy Rogers lunch kit? Back in the old days, we'd get $200 for that, but with the internet, everyone knows that virtually every kid in America had one. So the price has gone way down.
I think 65 with the thermos.
Oh, wow.
I would go 45 on the pair.
Yeah, make it 50 and you might have a deal.
I'll go 50.
Oh, shake.
This will shake this
Yeah.
Like that, Shell. Take a look at that. Let's wind her up and see if it goes. Yeah, there we are. Look at that.
That's great.
Little Abner Band's considered a cornerstone toy for a guy that collects wind-up toys. What do you need out of your Little Abner Band?
Well, I'd have to get about 400.
I'm out. Out! The market on some items have dropped dramatically. This is a cutie.
Yeah.
What would you want for the little wash basin?
Probably about 40.
And what would you want for the little Comet wagon?
Probably about 40.
Mark, how are you getting your prices as to what you want?
Well, I kind of went through everything and I made a list. I'll go and get my list and bring it back.
Oh, okay.
Margaret stalled out at one point there. She needed some help price-wise. She came back with a little list.
I have to kind of make sure that I'm not letting them go too cheap.
I see a G.I. Joe.
Now, he was one of your favorites, wasn't he?
You know what? I love G.I. Joe because my mom would never let me have them. So this is G.I. Joe made in Hong Kong.
I like to watch the maestro in action.
Yeah.
Copyright 1964. What do you need out of your Joe?
Let me just take a look here. $40?
40? I never like it when somebody tries to pull out a list on me. Those lists are almost always higher than what the market will bear.
Make an offer.
20 bucks.
It's yours.
Okay. I spot a couple advertising pieces. There's a great Cadbury store display, and there's a wonderful Kellogg's store display on the other wall. I've been trying to buy one of those store displays for years. What would you need out of your little Cadbury's thing?
Well, I think I need about, let me just take a look.
You and that list.
Yeah,
the book
I
is
have to
killing me
because, you
here,
know, I
Mark.
can't remember anymore.
No, just fly off the cuff.
Fly off.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just keep her busy and I'll take the book and get rid of it.
Yeah. Ultimately, she tossed the list and we just started picking.
Can you go 175 on the pair?
190. You can read his negotiating on his face and you know where you can draw the line on price. Okay.
Screaming deal on those two store displays.
I love this, Scott.
I love those things too. Dexterity puzzles.
I spotted a wartime blackout game, something to keep the kids occupied during the blackout. Little balance game, nicely made, glass cover, not cheesy plastic, and it appeals to people that like toys. It appeals to people that are military-related collectors.
Cross collectability is paramount. Most of the most expensive items you're going to see will cover at least 2, maybe 3 or 4 boundaries. You get competition amongst collectors, drives the price up.
What would you want for that?
I think about 25. Not going to find another one like that.
Oh, I'm not going to find another one, period.
You know.
Never seen another
Never.
one.
World
How
War
about
I.
15?
Okay, for you, 15.
Thank you very much.
Go.
15 bucks. That's a good piece. Well, I'm curious about this little cabinet.
My
It's-
husband made the cabinet.
Did he
Yes,
really?
He did.
Must have spent hours and hours, and he did a really good job. It's actually a Chatham cabinet. It's true to form. So who owns this now?
Me.
Your husband
Yeah,
or
it's
you?
me.
Are you prepared to sell it?
Yes.
What do you-
At
what do you
least
have?
100.
$100.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Mark? Sold.
Okay.
I'm just delighted about the little miniature piece of furniture. Hey, Mark, do you have any pedal cars?
Yeah, I do have a few. I sold a few last year, but I've still got about 4 or 5 left.
Oh, yeah, well,
I think we should look at those pedal cars.
oh, for sure.
I was really hoping we were going to see one of the good pedal cars when we went into the basement. Whoa, wow. Yeah, you got a Thistle,
Canadian.
and this is a Murray, I think. Nice old tractor, being repainted in several spots. There was a Triang, little pedal car with a great name. What are your prices on these?
Well, I'm thinking around the 350.
Margaret wanted 10-year-ago prices on those pedal cars.
Scott's checking out the pedal cars. I'm peeking around to see if we're missing anything, and sure enough, there's another room with all kinds of toys, furniture, license plates. There's
Oh,
more.
wow.
There's more.
Yeah, there is, but my husband's not home right now.
That's all his?
That's all his, and I can't sell it.
Oh, no. It was killing me. I wanted to get a look at them, but it wasn't happening today.
I think we should probably settle up, be thinking about hitting the road.
Let me give you a hand here.
We're gonna do really well on the little miniature piece of furniture. I love these.
So do I.
See, that's something I'd put in my kitchen.
These two displays are great.
Aren't they?
You know, we had a pretty good day today. It's not every day we get in to see a bunch of toys, so I'm pretty happy. Oh, good one.
Well,
Thanks a lot,
it was
Marge.
nice seeing you.
It was a
And
pleasure.
it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a good time, got some good stuff, and if that husband of yours gets back, tell him to call us. We're here
I
for a couple
will.
more days. Okay.
Take care.
At the end of the day, I think we hit a home run. Well, that was great.
Did you catch a glimpse of any of those things in the back room?
Oh, I was just killing myself wanting to get in there. I hope we get a call in the next couple of days from the husband, from John. Hey, look, Sasquatch to the left.
That's no Sasquatch, that's a gorilla.
Look, it's an inflatable gorilla. It's the same thing.
You have no idea about the lore of Sasquatch, do you?
I'll check into the mental health center when we go by the hospital. So where are we off to today, Shel?
Going to see Kelly. Kelly's a picker.
So what kind of things does he have?
Sounds like he's all over the map. Radios and shaps and comic books and chainsaws. And there's some talk of a saddle, a decorative silver saddle.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Don't you love the anticipation driving up to a pick?
I do.
It's kind of like a sporting event. The adrenaline starts going.
So I got to think of a little bit of strategy to give me an edge here. Hey, whoa.
I can't believe you did it.
Let me in. It was wonderful, wasn't it? It was a masterpiece of parking.
Goodness, sick kind of a way. Son of... You bastard. Bastard. Kelly, let me in.
Whoa! Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Kelly.
Holy.
I knew you guys are riding in from Calgary, so I said I better dress the attire.
That is beautiful, man. It looks like an old set of Riley and McCormick's.
I wear them once in a while.
Wow, this is great. Kelly had tons of Western stuff. He had a bear trap on the floor. He got all kinds of stuff here. This is the kind of stuff we love and we can sell.
You got some real oddballs, though, don't you?
I'm like you guys. I like digging in that old garage and finding what I can find. What I love about collecting is just the history of the things you find.
Where are you finding things? Mostly local?
No, actually, some of the stuff I just got down in Spokane, Washington. I've been officially collecting for 12 years, 13 years. I love old stuff. I used to do log home shows, and I do interior decor for log homes. I travel around the States and whatever.
Hey, Sheldon, I found Sasquatch.
Oh, Scott, don't be ridiculous.
That's the fat Elvis, period.
Would have sold better like this.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Oh, there's the pimpy saddle. Yeah.
We heard about this saddle.
Yeah, that's the baby.
Oh, that's a beaut.
That's in nice condition, too, isn't it? Clearly a showstopper.
It's great with the Indian heads on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nickel silver, right?
Yeah.
I could swear I've seen this before, you know?
Well, it came from Calgary.
Yeah.
Ah,
It was the main piece at the Calgary Roundup Center antique show.
this was a bit of the talk of the show.
I like to buy the talk of the show, so I guess I did.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, wow.
A real stargazer of a piece. All decked out in silver, bridle, tapaderos, the whole unit. Quite spectacular.
It was a beautiful saddle, nickel silver, good leather work. What are you looking to get out of something like this?
Oh, boy. Probably asking price would be around 13,000.
Now, is there a maker on it anywhere?
You know, we couldn't find a maker anywhere.
The only problem for us is provenance.
Who was the original owner?
I don't know. I really don't know.
So could you just give us a couple minutes? We want to make a phone call to a guy on this saddle, just to see if we can find out anything more on the history of it.
You guys do whatever. Go right ahead.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Kelly.
Hello?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, Rod. We made a call to Rod, good friend. He's right there in the market. For sure he's going to know that saddle.
We're standing in front of a saddle I remember at a show about 8 years ago. Do you remember that saddle?
Yeah, I think I do, yep.
Do you know anything about the provenance, where it came from, who made the saddle, who did the silver work, any of that stuff?
You know, all I know about it is that saddle was owned by a fella named Russ McClellan.
I know that guy. He was from Calgary. I bought some stuff from his son one time.
All right?
Thanks, Rod. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Well, I got a little bit more knowledge, not a lot.
We have a couple more little pieces to the puzzle. We don't have the whole puzzle solved. Why don't we think on it? Maybe see if we can do a little bit of extra research on it.
Right. So let's look around at a couple of the other things first.
If there's any dealings, they better be straight soon.
Now these, what is this?
I think that's bear.
Great set of mucklocks. They were well beaded on the front, beautiful moose hide leather.
Yeah, I knew you'd want those ones.
I want to wear them.
I think you're going to be looking like me when they leave the place, only...
In his words, only a little pimpier.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at you. Ready for winter.
I actually sort of like these. How much are these babies?
$275.
It's 2 1/4.
$250.
2 1/4.
$250.
230.
$240.
235. Done.
And I love when Scott and I go to a show together and Scott's decked out in mucklucks and gauntlets. He's got the hair, he's got the hat. He's like a peacock, really. And people go and they stream over to him, and then I can go and just buy at my leisure. Now, do you have anything else?
But I do have cedar strip canoes.
Excellent.
Sure enough, Kelly tells us he's got a bunch of canoes for sale. We got a guy looking for one of those.
We've struck out in Saskatchewan.
My wife would kill me if I sold it.
Nope.
And all of a sudden, we're on the trail again.
I got about 10 or 12 canoes.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna make another phone call on the saddle, but we're definitely interested in the canoes.
You guys want to follow me up? I'll show you where they're at.
We're right behind you.
Sounds great.
We can't wait to see those canoes. I asked Rod to email me the phone number for the son.
Yeah, we need a lot more information before I'd stick my neck out on that saddle. So are these canoes sitting on water? Where's he taking us?
I have no idea.
Because now we're into the bush. Keep an eye out for Sasquatch, because this is pretty thick country.
I picked up some bungee straps. If I see him,
I'm sure there's laws against that, Scott.
here we are. One of my dreams is always to walk into a garage sale and see an old chestnut canoe. We drive down the hill and I can see from a distance a bunch of canoes. Wow.
Check this place out.
One of which is turned on its side and you can see its glorious beauty. Oh man, we might have hit the mother lode here. Looks like a Peterborough or a chestnut.
Yeah.
Wow, you're raising canoes here.
Scott's always got to be the first guy. He's got to be the first guy into the garage. He's got to be the first guy at the canoes.
There's a skunk right here. There's a skunk.
Where?
No,
There's a skunk?
seriously, there's a skunk right here.
Do you know
Or
how
is
to...
it a stuffy, you
Yeah,
bastard?
skunky, skunky, skunky. He's...
Found a skunk!
I wasn't afraid of the skunk,
Oh, he
but he
wasn't?
did get me. He got me for sure. There's no question about it.
Justice was served. Hey.
This is a chestnut.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's from your famous Chestnut Canoe Company.
This one looks beaut too, isn't it?
That's another chestnut.
This is a Prospector. Good Canadian company. They're known for their workmanship. I love the idea that we even have the opportunity to buy them.
God, this is a beautiful canoe.
Yeah.
The most unique canoe, or probably rarest out of all these, is the yellow one. That's over 100 years old, Peterborough.
Really? Peterborough is the Cadillac of Canadian canoes. Well, that's early, isn't it?
Yeah, that's probably over 100-year-old canoe.
I mean, you dream about buying a Peterborough canoe from this era, right?
Yeah.
You just dream about it.
Yeah.
That's such a historic piece. It's head and shoulders above all the other canoes in terms of, once it's done, what it's going to look like.
You got a $6,000 canoe when it's restored.
Where we come from, you just don't see them.
That's a pretty canoe.
And the Chestnut Company, I mean, they were famous for their snowshoes, their paddles.
Right.
I think we might have a buyer for this one. We came here looking for a specific canoe. It's got to be a Peterborough or a Chestnut.
It's in decent shape. It's not mint, but it's still a chestnut. The inside of it's pretty good nick. That's the one our guy wants. What would this sell for in this condition?
Selling, I usually get around 12 to 1,500 for them.
So what would you sell it to us for?
900.
Well, what do you think? I know guys that got married in less time than we're taking to buy a canoe.
Or two.
Or two.
Or three. Or four. Oh, God. Why don't we do this? Let's make our phone call on the saddle,
Oh yeah, the saddle.
and then we'll come back to it.
You don't mind giving us a few more
You guys
minutes?
do whatever. Got more time than money, so.
Okay, let's sit down and give him a call. Ken, is that you?
You bet.
Ken, I'm sitting here with Sheldon Smithens. We want to know about your dad's saddle.
What do you want to know?
Well, can you give us any provenance or history on the saddle?
He bought it in 1952, I believe. He bought it in El Paso. I don't know what he paid for it.
Is it an American maker? The saddle maker is an American?
Either American or Mexican, I think. Like El Paso's right on the border, right?
Did anyone famous ever sit in it? Like Roy Rogers or anyone like that?
That I can't really tell you.
That saddle doesn't have the history or the provenance that ties it to Alberta in a way that we would like. Still think it's a great saddle, but it's going to have to be in our snack bracket, otherwise we're not stepping up for it.
Thanks, Ken.
You're welcome.
But
Bye.
we know Kelly paid a lot for that saddle. We're going to ask him to give us his bottom line, and if we're close, we're going to walk away with a real pretty saddle. So what I'm wondering is, how bad a beating would you be able to take on that saddle?
Price-wise on the saddle,
Yeah.
I'm trying to read what they're thinking of the saddle. I felt they thought it was something quite special and quite unique.
What's your knock 'em down, drag 'em out price on that?
9,000.
Fortunately, I think we're just maybe a little too far away to make that one make sense.
As long as that thing's still in existence, it's never dead. We know where Kelly is, we know where the saddle is. If we can find a buyer for it, we'll buy the saddle or we'll broker it for it. We want to make a deal maybe on a few canoes.
Okay.
We're going to try and package a whole bunch of canoes together.
We've been trying to buy a cedar strip canoe. All of a sudden now we've got a critical mass.
So here's what we're thinking.
Okay.
We're thinking the green one,
900,
yellow,
1,400 on it,
this little chestnut, you said 8 on that.
Yeah.
We're thinking the green one,
1,000 on that one,
the ball chestnut,
400 bucks.
and the other ball Peterborough, 500
Yep.
would work out to 5,000 bucks. What we're trying to do is see if we can get a little bit of deal on you. 1 picker to 2 pickers. How about 4,500 bucks? And we'll pay you to deliver.
2,000 to deliver them?
We'll pay you a reasonable amount to
Okay.
deliver them.
And a dinner.
And a dinner. You
Okay.
got it.
You
Steak
got it.
dinner in Calgary.
You got her.
45, thank
Perfect.
you.
Excellent.
What a great day picking.
We're gonna deal with him again. You can bet on it. Maybe we'll get that saddle.
Maybe we'll get a photograph of Sasquatch.
Maybe we'll get Sasquatch on the hood of the truck.
Leave Sasquatch alone.
Don't mention him again.
Kelly has a great sense of humor in addition to being a good picker.
Hey, can I take Stinky with me?
No, Stinky stays home, protects everything.
Thanks, Kelly. That was a
Thanks,
lot of
guys.
fun.
Oh, it was a blast.
And we'll try not to bounce this off the roof on the way out.
Yep. Tails up from Stinky.
Yeah. Well, that was unbelievable, Sheldon. Money in the bank.
We've been struggling to buy one, and all of a sudden we get 6. We're gonna have one happy client.
We're gonna have a lot of happy clients.
Well, that's the thing about picking, but never know what you're gonna see.
I know what I'm not gonna see, and that's a Sasquatch.
Yeah, I believe the latest sighting of a Bigfoot is just recently in the Creston area.
I mean, there really is only one Sasquatch, right? There's not a bunch of them.
Oh no, there could be several.
Then how come we've never found a body? Do they just like sort of self-destruct?
Well, you don't know the rituals of Sasquatch burials, do you? Oh, hello. It's Mark's husband, John. Yeah, hi, John.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'd love to see your stuff. Can we come right over? Thanks, John. Bye. Let's go see John.
Let's go. He's a collector of some renown in these parts. He's been buying and selling for years and years and years. I saw some great toys in that little room, so I'm hoping he's in a selling mood today. Hey, John, Scott, how are you?
Yeah.
Sheldon.
So far, so good.
So we were here talking to Mark, and we spotted some things.
Can I sneak in?
Yeah,
She
sneak
wouldn't
in.
let me in before.
Sneak in. That's a way of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
Incredible.
And you got a lot of toys in here.
Uh-huh. I like to collect almost everything that has historical value. My first start was collecting old license plates. It's more sentimental value than monetary value. If you're looking for a bargain, I'll give you a heck of a deal.
On
this
a
one?
bargain would be, no, not on that particular one.
That's the one I want. What about this one?
No, not on that.
What about this one?
You know how to hurt people, don't you, Scott?
You're hurting him right back there,
He's a
Roy.
masochist.
If you don't want to part with these, we understand.
We're still good friends.
We're still good friends.
Good.
I saw something on the way in I'd like to ask you about.
Okay. It never hurts to learn, does it?
No, you got a wonderful little cabinet with a bunch of miniatures.
There's some really interesting items there. Some of them are advertising items.
I love the garbage can in the back. Some people call that a suicide knob, some call it a fat man's knob.
Well, I've known it as a necker knob. You got to remember, I was driving a car in the 50s. The idea of that you didn't have two hands on the wheel.
Because you'd have your hand around your girlfriend and you'd be steering the car.
You could hang on to your sweetheart.
This one had a nice 50s girl with a bikini on it. Real desirable little piece. Now, would you sell any of the miniatures out of there?
Basically, I would sell them as long as you took them all.
Yikes. So what would you be looking at for the whole ball of wax, including the cabinet?
I think I showed one finger plus one. What does that mean?
That means $6?
Means what happened to the other 4 fingers? That one should stick with it.
It keeps wanting to come up. Scott, he makes a face every now and then when he doesn't like the number. Whether that's a negotiating ploy or not, I'm not sure. It might just be, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what. $600, throw in the suicide knob, or the necker knob, if you want to call it that.
I like to think about things a bit first. You know something? Sounds okay to me.
Done.
Done.
I'm happy with that.
That's a good one, yeah.
That's cool.
That was a good pick, and it happened in moments.
When all the negotiating and the face is made,
This little telescope actually works.
Oh!
you can't help but like them.
It's the best miniatures display I think I've ever seen.
What do you got?
Guys, I thought a little gift for each of you. These are handmade by myself, so they're one of a kind.
I love it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Much
Okay,
appreciated.
guys?
Very.
Okay, guys?
I'll treasure that for a long time and always think of John.
Have a safe trip.
Thanks, John.
Take it easy.
That was great, wasn't it?
What a good guy. We were in and out so fast. I believe I saw some movement in the bushes there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Get me my gun.
Look at. Do you see him? Do you see him? Oh, shit, he's gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just like your sanity.
That looked like a Sasquatch to me, Scott.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
We've been looking for a canoe for a particular guy.
Well, thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Ready to hit the road?
Yeah. And all of a sudden, we've got several canoes.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
There he is. Rob's a friend of mine. I've known him a few years. He's purely a collector. He buys a lot of different things.
Got a canoe for me?
He's a paddler. He's looking for a canoe that he can take out and have some fun with.
We got an assortment here for you, Robert.
Well, I'm impressed already.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw 3 wood canoes?
Yeah, that I could afford.
Who says that?
Oh, I can. I like them. I like this one and I like that one.
These are 2 good boats.
Those cedar strip canoes are in good shape. I'm interested in trading.
Trading.
You'll be surprised.
It's a little funny because normally Rob just steps up and pays, but this time he wants to do a trade with us.
Okay, well, I want to trade up.
Oh, you always have to trade up.
Yeah. Did you bring your shotgun?
It's not a gun. It's a gun case.
I'm not sure if we're going to have a deal here or not, because sometimes it can be tricky to do a trade.
We'll do this one at a time. This is good stuff. It's probably First World War, mint condition.
Rob pulls out a bunch of edged weapons.
A Scottish broadsword.
It's a dress sword, right?
Okay, this isn't bullshit either. This is Napoleonic. It's in pretty mint condition.
Wow.
You've heard of the ninjas. That's a real fighting. It goes like this. This one...
This could be a tourist piece for all I know. It doesn't feel like it.
No, it's not.
I stay away from Asian weapons as much as possible because they've been reproducing those for 100, 200 years, and I don't want to get stuck with one. So we were out on that one.
Now this one's mint.
Whoa.
This is German, and it's Civil War. It's got a pretty good scabbard.
Well, I've seen Civil War swords of that era with the
Now
scabbard
it's German.
like that, right?
Germans made the best steel there was.
There's something that's in common with all pickers is they love tactile things. And that was tactile. It felt good in your hand. It felt good to hold it.
I don't know where Rob's going with this. He's got several weapons, and I'm not sure if he's trying to bundle them up together and buy 1 or 2 or 3 canoes.
I looked at these 3 canoes here, and you know me, Scott, I'd rather have them all.
I know you would.
So take all the swords and give them all to me.
If I'd had the time to do some research, I'd have come up with something. But we're here today to do a quick trade. No. Well, here's what I'm going to propose. We take this sword.
One is a Civil War era German sword.
Scott's weapon.
The other one's a Scottish dress sword.
In exchange for that far chestnut.
The combined value of those 2 edged weapons is about $2,500, and we're trading them a canoe that we've got about $1,000 into.
All right.
Deal?
Deal.
Thanks, Rob.
Okay.
All right, that's a
Yeah.
goodie. I'm happy as a pig in shit with that one.
We could have sold that canoe to him, made $300 or $400, but now we got a chance to make $1,000.
Good deal. Everybody walks away a winner. You think Rob seen the Sasquatch?
You can't be serious. Still on the Sasquatch? Yeah. Well, if I see one, it's going to be on the hood of the truck. Maybe twice. Maybe when I hit him and then afterwards, when I skin him and put him on the front.
Too bad we couldn't see a Sasquatch.
Yeah. You and Sasquatch and the Tooth Fairy.
Whoa, what's going on?
Don't you worry about it. I know what I'm doing.
Did that just happen?
Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing, bud.